some point, right? That we need to shred that. Because you know what's on the other side of any particular thing? Bad guys. People that are looking for your identity. And when we first started shredding, it looked like this. And it was like in little strips. And the bad guy said, nah, I can put that back together. I can figure out all your information. Then we started making it into like, almost like squares, right? They said, nope, I'm ahead of you. I can also put that together. I can still get your information. This, my friends, is what we call microcut. We want to get it down to unrecognizable information, because when your identity is stolen, I had my identity stolen. I'll tell you the story here in just a little bit. And we know, right? We want to shred our information. We want to be protected. But then it turned into like a huge chore. And then we were like, I can't, Tina, just one page after the other, putting it in here. It's all jammed up. Welcome into HP. Yes, the HP is that top electronics brand. What they're saying is, load 100 sheets in here and walk away. Go do the dishes, go watch your TikTok, do whatever. It's gonna shred 100 pieces of whatever it is that you need to shred without you even being here. It's also gonna be it's gonna be able to do credit cards, staples, so don't have to worry about taking all of those out as well. No maintenance, no oil sheets that are on here, jam-free rollers, and it's the perfect size. So this is the black, because you're gonna wanna keep this out, you're gonna wanna, you know, shred as you go along. We have it in the beautiful, what we're calling surf blue. Is this my surf blue? That one's my, Aaron, come out here. So you don't have to point so far away. This must be then...
Surf blue right here.
This one's surf blue. What is this one?
Literally everybody. It's indigo or it's blue.
It is indigo.
It's indigo.
It's like the jean.
What do you think this is without looking at your card? No pressure. Eucalyptus. Yeah,
I was gonna get there. I was gonna get there. And in the white. I'm telling you, we got fancy schmancy with all of the names. Good morning. First off, $124.99, free shipping, 5 flex that's on there, so we can get it home for $25.
Yes, ma'am.
I feel like I've had identity theft. My husband has, my parents have, my in-laws have, because in 2023, those bad guys, man, they're working hard.
They work as hard as we do at their job. You know what I mean?
We gotta
as hard as you work at your job,
smarter.
That's right. And I started to say, I've been lucky I haven't had it. The truth is, I've been careful.
Yep.
I've been careful with my identity. I've worked for HP. I sell computers and printers and all those kind of things. And man, the minute HP started selling shredders, I really just sort of found a new awareness for it, frankly. So here's what I love about this shredder. I'd watched shredder presentations at HSN for years. Here's what I love about this shredder is, first, sort of what we all know, there's the manual slot in front. So if you want to pop in your credit card statements, your financial documents, any sort of applications that you filled out, I mean, anything that your address is on, that your name is on, manual slot is easy. You can do up to 10 pages at a time. This is 2 pages. I'm going to fold it in half, so we'll call it 4 pages, right? It goes right through. This is what changes everything though, ready? The auto document feeder changes everything, because this means, I know a lot of us have shoe boxes full and file boxes full of personal information that we need to go through, just need to get rid of. Your tax documents, your junk mail, your financial documents, your medical records. And what's nice is even while this is shredding, and again, up to 100 sheets go in there, and man, does it move fast. Look at credit cards.
While it's doing the other one.
Yeah, no, this is very, very fast and has a lot of really smart features. Oh, and how about, just gonna do this, and we'll go through this more later, but how about staples as well? You can actually put full pieces of mail in there. You don't necessarily have to open them up, because it can have up to 10 pages thick. And you see how quickly it really made short work of that. A couple other just sort of quick things here at the beginning that make this unit a little bit different than others. It's on casters, so that it's lightweight. It only weighs about 15 pounds, but you don't have to pick it up, and you don't have to move it, and you don't also have to have it sitting out all the time. You know, it can go right back into the closet or right under the desk or whatever, and it's really easy to roll. It comes fully assembled, which is so nice. We started selling HP shredders during COVID. I was at my house, my house became basically a shipping yard during COVID, you know, because we were broadcasting for our homes. It's so nice to not have to put something together, for it to just come to your home, for you to open the box, pop the casters on the bottom, and you're good to go. So that's a really nice feature too. And then a quick little safety feature that's built in. That's important, particularly if you have, you know, kids or you have pets or anything like that. When you remove the basket, there's a trick on the basket, which I'm gonna show you in a sec, which you'll like. But when you remove do you see that?
It turned off.
It automatically turns off. There's a little sort of magnetic connection on the side. So when the magnetic connection is made, it automatically goes on. And when it pulls out, which is nice, obviously, you know, you wouldn't wanna have your hand in there where the blades are running and while it's doing its work, but that can't happen. As soon as the basket is not in place, the machine automatically turns off.
Well, and I think we all knew we should be shredding our stuff. I think that was a pretty, general idea that we knew. And then we all probably went and got the cheap shredder that was small, that didn't do a lot of things. And then we figured out it turned into a chore, so then we stopped doing it.
Sure, it was a pain, right?
It was a pain.
One at a time.
Now we can marry the two things.
Yeah.
We're gonna get what we know we should be doing. We wanna get ahead of the bad guys. We wanna shred our information, and it's the microcut, because I was showing the 3 kind of stages. We started here, and the bad guy said, I could put that stuff together and figure it out.
Right.
Oh, you want a little bit smaller?
Right.
Oh, I can still figure it
They're
out.
good at it.
We're gonna make it unrecognizable, right? And by the way, we live in a pretty, generic suburban, neighborhood, I guess.
Yeah.
We're in like a Facebook group, and one of the people in my neighborhood sent a video from her ring of somebody going through her trash at like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, look, if you don't think it's you, they're out there.
They want your neighborhood. You know what I mean? That's exactly.
They
People who
want,
think everything's fine.
and you get 1 piece of mail, you get 1 shipping, label or whatever.
Right.
All they need is enough. And I'll tell you, you don't know until the bank calls, and then they're like, oh, did you stay at this hotel for $1,000 a night every night?
It's wild.
Which is what happened to me.
It's wild. Yeah, you've had Marla Smith, one of our another host, has been here for years. I'll never forget what happened to Marla, because for the next 8 years, every time, hey Marla, how was your weekend? I spent it working on my identity. I mean, so much time goes to trying to repair that once it's happened. And
then you start running through in your mind, where did I leave a receipt? Right. What did I do? How did they get the information? How was I a victim of this? Just shred everything is the best way to explain it.
And it's not just what Tina and I think, it's the Federal Trade Commission, right? So our government actually offers us recommendations, sort of guidelines, if you will, on what we should do to protect ourselves. So what does the government say? They say there are many steps consumers can take to minimize your risk of being an identity theft victim. For example, consumers should closely guard their Social Security numbers and shred charge receipts, shred copies of credit applications, and shred other sensitive documents. So there's really no reason to leave anything unshredded, particularly when it's this easy to do.
They want me to go through the colors again because I butchered it.
You want help?
I'm going to try it again.
I kid you not, literally every host I've ever done this product with.
I don't know why.
Kind of close.
It's because I was looking for the word navy here, and then it threw me off right away.
Navy.
So the navy is called indigo.
Yep.
White.
Yep.
There it is up here. This is the eucalyptus.
Yes, ma'am.
There we go in the surf blue. And over here it is in thistle.
You got it.
See,
Perfect.
we got too fancy with it. Just whatever color looks good in your home. You have it in the black.
Yeah.
Oh, 196 left in the thistle.
Okay.
Oh, that was the one that everybody wanted a little pop of purple in their life.
I like
Who
the
knew? But whatever it is, if you have boxes, file cabinets of things, the moment you get this home, I say just start shredding stuff.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of peace of mind that sort of like spring cleaning feels good, cleaning out your closet feels good. And if you're just joining us, I'll sort of review the steps and review how easy it is to use. From HP, HP is the #1 computer manufacturer in America. HP is the #1 printer manufacturer in America. We know HP in our homes and in our home offices, and so I think there's a lot of satisfaction and comfort there buying a shredder from them as well. Some of the features to point out here: manual feeder here in the front, so just a manual slot where you can just put things through one at a time if you want to sort of choose, and that will do up to, I'll just grab a couple here at a time. I'm going to grab one. I think that was actually 2 or 3. Up to 10 pages at a time. So I'm just gonna put a stack in here all at the same time. Relatively quiet, I have to say, for a shredder as well, which is really, really nice. And then this is key. This is called an auto document feeder. You can put up to 100 pages. We're getting pretty full there. It will actually tell us when it's full. It'll give us a light. Up to 100 pages can go in the auto document feeder, and man, it is quick.
How fast it's going.
Don't put anything in there that you don't want shredded, because it really does. It moves very, oops.
The only downfall is once it goes in.
No, that's it. You get the 0 mulligans on this, as a matter of fact. I'm popping credit cards in there. What are they called? Staples. I'll show you here real fast. I'll just fill up a page with staples quickly. You'll never have a paper,
and you can double
with this many
feed
staples in it.
While you're doing the 100, you can single feed it as well.
It's a hard worker. Okay, are you ready for our next trick?
Ooh.
Ready, Tina?
Yeah.
I need your help.
Oh.
Would you be my Vanna, please?
Yes.
See you around the front.
Ooh. I could be helpful.
I know, you're always helpful. Come on, you're a mom. This is nothing for you.
I know, right?
This is vacation for you, right? Okay, here we go. I grabbed this is a 4.5 gallon bin, so it holds a lot. And Tina's already talked a little bit about the micro shredding, which I'll do a little bit more. It's the highest quality, basically, shredding you can get. And then what's really nice, when it comes time to empty this, it would be kind of a pain if you had to do this number, right? It could get a little bit messy if you had to shake that out. Well, you don't have to, is the good news. You just go like, ready? Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Isn't that smart? That surprises everyone. It's just really, it's a little thing. I know it's a little thing, but
Did you
it's a
hide
really
that so
smart.
it would be a surprise for me out
I
here?
like to keep it, you know, on your toes.
He keeps it fresh in this relationship.
Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do, right?
I didn't even know that. That was
Yeah.
such a great idea.
No, it's super smart, and it's something that people consistently comment on when they talk about why they like it, especially if you've had another shredder and you've had to dump your paper into a garbage can. It can just be a little bit, not a big deal, it can be a little bit messy otherwise.
No, I like that.
Smart, right?
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like it too.
Look, it was a surprise to me too.
Thanks for your help.
4.5 gallon, which means we're also dumping it not as often because we got a high capacity that's in there. It's easy to slide in and out, and again, because it's on wheels, you can, you know, wheel this over by the couch and kind of shred as you're watching TV, or you know what I mean. And
it doesn't have to be out all the time too. I think you will probably leave it in a place that's convenient to you, because you know you just use things more often if they're in a place that's convenient. But I keep mine underneath my desk. Mine rolls right underneath my desk. It's a relatively small footprint, which is nice too.
Yeah.
And again, just being on casters makes it so much more convenient. I like very much that we have the window here so you can see it shredding. There's just something that feels good about watching the destruction. You know what I mean? Knowing that that any of that information that really shouldn't be out there in the world indeed isn't out there in the world. I'll give you 30 seconds on the history of shredding. Tina was kind enough to do it already. Strip shredding was sort of an early innovation in shredding. The problem is you can still see the letters and the numbers, and it doesn't take thieves, people that want your information, very much effort to put that information back together. This was a little better. This is called cross-cut shredding. Basically, they took the strips and they cross-cut them, but there's still information on here. There's still numbers and there's still letters and too much. What we have now, which I just showed you guys when I dumped a lot of that confetti out, is we have microcut shredding, which really decimates the information. So any information that was there is gone. Once it's gone through the blades, frankly, of the HP, it's gone. It is fully shredded, and you don't have to worry about that information being available to anyone anymore.
What about work from home people? Even people that work here are still hybrid. My husband works full-time at home. One of my best friends still works full-time at home. Your company would probably highly love the fact that you can shred their sensitive information as well.
Security's so important.
This is a great add to a home office. If you have, you know, the reason I was a victim of identity, I was young. I didn't know. I was, you know, in my 20s. I was just letting my stuff willy-nilly. This is a great practice to give to somebody when they're young. They know to shred. This is a great gift for somebody that's practical. And like you said, just the reason you're hoarding all of your bills and your credit card statements is because you don't want anyone to see them. Let's just shred them.
It's easy.
So you don't have to hoard them.
It's just one little weight off your shoulder or something. You know, it's a consideration you don't even have to make anymore. To throw this away, just shred it.
Just shred it.
And when in doubt, just shred it.
Yeah, credit cards, staples, 100 will go here in auto. You can go do whatever it is that you want, cook dinner, and know that it's shredding it. And then individually, you can put them in even while it's auto feeding 100 in here. 845-555 to grab this. While I have you, can I get you to talk about a laptop since we have HP? Because Aaron's here, I'm gonna milk his brain. So I have two options.